Ahoy Saba, bon tardi Bonaire, afternoon Statia, and goedemiddag Nederlands. Welcome to this special edition of Youth Talk Podcast.
Today we're joined by youth leaders and UNICEF representatives.
Okay, we'll be hearing from Bonaire, Statia, and UNICEF about their experiences and the impact of this important initiative. Let's get started. Okay, we'll start with our first question. Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about how it was to prepare to come to Saba for this youth exchange? Statia, would you like to start?
Yeah, sure. My name is Meliffany and I'm from Statia. And the preparing was very interesting. We got to experience what we're going to do, like Lenworth called us and tell us all about it. And you know, we had a vision of what we're going to go do in Sint Maarten, and when we came, we got what we expected, and it was very nice. Like, he explained everything and we understood. And other than that, it was a good preparation.
Bonaire?
So my name is Ramso. I'm 18. I'm from Bonaire. The preparation to come was very good. We had a lot of lectures of different topic that was needed before we get here, and the expectation I had is kind of the same what we did. But I like the things we did in the morning, first activity or conference meeting. I like them more.
I'm Lenworth Wilso, the Youth Participation Specialist with UNICEF the Netherlands, and working with the BES Islands on this Youth Participation Initiative. And for me, very excited about this result here at the exchange, because the preparation period has been quite thrilling as well, getting to know all the young people from the different islands and those who have put their feet in the fire for youth participation, coming out to represent their island, and even just to take the challenge of learning what it takes to be representatives of the youth on their island. So looking forward to what's coming after this as well.
My name is Reid. At first, I wasn't supposed to come here. We were invited by The Rock as a student council to come and join the members who were going in a meeting with Lenworth. And when I was there, I was the last one there, and they were saying that they needed somebody else. And I was like, I saw the poster, but I wasn't really, I didn't really understand what we had to do. And when they explained, I was excited. I was like, yeah, that's something I'd like to do. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And we had online meetings with Lenworth about what we're gonna talk about.
My name is Faliya. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Bonaire. And for preparation that we did, we came here, like Ramso said, we had different lectures relating to what we would kind of talk about to kind of get like kind of a basis knowledge on what it would be about. We had kind of like an election process to choose who would get to go, because there were more of us. So unfortunately, not everybody made it. But yeah, I'm super grateful to be here and I had so much fun.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Margje. I'm also one of the representatives from UNICEF, and I'm the project manager for Bonaire, Saba, and Statia. And I'm very excited to be here. I have been talking about this event for over 3 years now. So because it's part of our program that we have with your 3 islands, and youth participation is a very important component of it. And 3 years ago, we decided that we wanted to include an exchange for the youth within our program. So I'm very happy that it finally came to fruition and that we're all here. And I hope you had a great event thus far.
Now let's talk about expectations. Have it been met or did it change?
My expectations, I don't know what I expected, well, everything that I expected to happen and talk about, but talk about happened. Actually, it's better than I thought it was going to be. It was more interactive. I thought we were just going to be, talking. Well, they're going to just be talking, we listening, and, it's more interactive than I thought it was going to be.
I definitely agree with Zoe. I also thought it was going to be much more listening, and it's been very interactive, and I find that much better than listening. Instead of listening, we can actually participate and share ideas and get to know each other.
Well, I want to add into the interactive part because, of course, we designed the program to be very interactive, but we're always depending on you how interactive it actually will be. And I'm pleasantly surprised of the level of interaction there was with each and every one of you. So that exceeded my expectations.
Now on this side.
I low-key expected it to be boring, like everybody's sitting down. Like everybody's sitting down just watching a presentation. But when we came, we got to interact with all the other islands, and it was really fun. And we did fun presentations. We got heard, our voice got heard. And other than that, my expectations get met. Like, it was great, yes.
So for me, I felt like my expectations were the same as what happened during these 3 days. So technically, I have nothing else to say.
Thank you. In terms of expectations, so being the person who prepared the program, I had and the facilitators, I had a level of expectation that was met, and in some instances even exceeded. But in terms of the participants, and I've worked with you all in the preparation period and gotten a hint of some of you. Some of the interaction was more so virtual, and so it's not as it would be in person. But what I'm really happy about is when I see the engagement in the sessions, how you are responding to the facilitators, but even with each other, and the cross dialogue, and someone asks a question or makes a statement, and someone has a rebuttal or has another point to add to it. From the first day with the cocktail reception, the networking, I really enjoyed witnessing that. But then also outside of that, when you took to Phillipsburg on Monday and did a scavenger hunt, I saw the amount of energy and excitement and just commitment to something that, if you go sometimes to these events, you could make it what it is. And so if you decided that this is boring, I don't want to do this, it would have been a terrible experience, but you guys made it an awesome experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so next question. What has been the most impactful moment or experience for you so far during this exchange?
Okay, I'd say that I thought that, as a person, in Sint Eustatius, I have a lot of meetings with people from the Netherlands, and they always come and they say they're going to do something. I tell them what problems we have, this, that, and the third. And I feel like they don't really listen to us. But when I was here, I realized that it seems like you guys actually care, and you want to hear, and you guys are going to try to make a difference. I think that was a really good, impactful moment.
For me, I would say it was just when we were all working in groups and we were sharing ideas and talking to each other. I really got a better understanding of what each and individual island kind of goes through, and the struggles that we have, and the similarities and the differences. And I definitely felt like the things that we talked about, that there might actually be something done about them, and that there might actually be a change, seeing as we talked about so much and we shared ideas and we were compatible with each other. So I think for me that was the most impactful thing.
Yeah, that's so nice to hear. One of the highlights thus far for me was when you all started the WhatsApp community. And that is for the reason that, of course, we're bringing you here together, and we facilitated these 4 days. But what we really want is for you guys to connect and make that lasting connection, lasting friendship, so you'll be able to inspire each other, learn from each other, and just stay in touch. So for me, that was one of the highlights thus far, to make sure that it doesn't end here tomorrow.
The highlight I thought was very nice. Like it was yesterday when we did a scavenger hunt because like all the different islands came together to win. Like they didn't like be like, oh, I didn't like that island or this and that. Like we all came together and worked as a group, and at the end it wasn't really a competition, it was just a fun game for everyone. So at the end we all sat down and chill and sat and talked about it, and we thought it was really fun. So yeah, that was a great highlight.
So my highlight until now is two things: how it's easy to connect to people, also getting consume knowledge from every one of the other individuals, because we do have a lot similarities that I thought, oh, maybe Saba is a little island. It doesn't happen there, but it does happen. Maybe it's worse than my island with 25,000 people on it. So that was one of the highlights, and also the scavenger hunt. Quick note, there was a competition.
All right. Highlight for me, I don't know how to pick one. It was just all the interaction that I saw as I said, from the networking reception, and then throughout the sessions when you started, whether working together with your group or interacting, mixing the groups and interacting with the others. I just really liked the energy that was being put into the different sessions and the commitment to the activities, to doing the different tasks that were being given by the facilitators. I really enjoyed the exchange of ideas between the groups and individuals, and I could see learning taking place. I could see people challenging their ideas and coming up with different perspectives. So the interaction, that's my highlight.
Okay, so now let's explore how the interaction has broadened your understanding. So the question is, how has interacting with other young people from the BES Islands broadened your understanding and shaped experiences and challenges? This one is only for Bonaire and Statia.
I find it was good. I find out that it's not only my small island have problems. They have other islands that have worse problems than us, and we kind of bond over that. And we are low-key glad that they have people listening to us to change our island, but we figure out that all of us have problems. But at the end of the day, we're going to try to fix it.
Yeah, for me, like I just said, is getting the knowledge from everybody else, and also they try to give back our opinions, or how we would like for it to be changed, things that could be done. That's, let's say, tips, and that's one of the things.
When it comes to Bonaire, I thought that Bonaire didn't really have any problems, like the same problems. I knew that Saba and Statia had like educational problems and stuff like that. I thought Bonaire was cool of those stuff and that they had other problems, and I understand that it's really, regional thing, kind of.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Being able to speak with you guys and talk about our different problems, definitely seeing that we are very compatible in many ways, and I think maybe that's a small island thing, but it was definitely better than just being one island and complaining all the time. Oh yeah, this is bad, this sucks, and then finally meeting somebody who's like, oh, this is bad here too. Like, let's talk about this. Let's see how we can fix it. Make it better. So for me, that definitely made the experience much better.
I think it was only for the young people, but I would also like to chime in a little bit. Because for me, what I also take away from it is that us as professionals also working with Bonaire, Saba, Statia, so often said in one sentence, they're so often combined in documents, in conversations, in everything. They're almost sometimes seen as one, and that there amongst the youth not that much opportunity to exchange. Yeah? So even though you're together and like you're saying, you're having so much of the same experiences, that it's we should have more of these type of initiatives to be able for young people to exchange and to see that you're not alone in the challenges that you're facing, that the other islands have similar challenges or other challenges or successes as well. Don't forget that it's not only challenges.
Have there been any workshops or session that particularly resonate with you, and why?
I don't think so. So I think that all of them resonated with me.
For me, it was the scavenger hunt, definitely. I think my group, I think we were the best group. We were the best group. Well, it was so much fun because we were able to connect with the different islands because there was 2 people from each island in one group. And so that was so much fun. We were walking around Sint Maarten trying to find the places, making jokes, singing songs. So for me, that was probably the best part.
I think this one is for you.
I don't think I could choose one because I find all of them was very interesting and interacting and very fun for all of us. So all of them.
So like they said, I don't choose favorites, but I did like the first day. What's the lady's name?
Ife, Miss Badager.
Eve's
Forward thinking.
Forward thinking.
Yeah, for you.
I did like that a lot more than the others.
Now let's discuss on the influence of the exchange and your role in your community. How do you think this exchange will influence your role as a young person in the community back in Bonaire or Statia?
I already am like a leader in Statia because I have a lot of important roles that I hold. So I think that this experience would just be more like I would be able to tell them because they already come to me telling me to tell the school this, if you have a meeting tell them this because we don't like this, and I'd be like, okay, I went to a conference and I told them about what problems we have, and I trust and I believe that they will fix it. So I think that that's the role I have because I already,
For me, it would definitely be that because that we talk to each other and exchange ideas, that we could learn from you guys, and then you guys can learn from us. And then the things that we learn from you guys, we can bring back to our own islands, and we can definitely extend that knowledge and teach it to other people, and definitely say, hey guys, something is being done about this, so don't be shy, do not hold back. Like, tell us what you feel, tell us what you think about these challenges, and that knowing that we have connections with you guys, we can talk about it together and make more of an impactful change.
I definitely agree with her. I find that the other, we would have a big impact because the others would think that they have a voice too, that they don't always have to keep low, like they could speak out too and the voice will be heard. So I think that would have a big impact.
I'm gonna go with her and Faliya because they already mentioned all the points I was going to say. So.
Okay. Next question. What have you learned about yourself? So what is something you learned about yourself during this exchange? Sorry.
That I have more knowledge than I thought. And that my voice can be heard. So, yeah.
Yeah, I learned that you must listen to other people. Also that everybody has a voice.
That I have, well, I think I always knew that I had a voice. So I think, that it's really going to be heard. I don't really know. I don't think that I really learned anything new about myself. So yeah, because I'm used to doing this type of stuff already.
Something that I learned about myself would be that I really like Sint Maarten. It's really pretty here. But I also found that I really like these type of things, like networking, reaching out, meeting new people. So I think that's something I learned about myself, that I'd like to do something like this again sometime.
Okay, what message would you like to share with other young people in the BES Islands who might be interested in participating in future exchanges?
Don't be shy, don't hesitate. If you have the opportunity, take it, because you have a voice and everybody has different thoughts and ideas, and you could express yourself. You're gonna be heard, they're gonna listen. Well, some people are gonna listen, but yeah, make sure to not be scared. You shouldn't be scared.
I definitely agree. Don't be shy. Take your chance. Go outside of your comfort zone. Represent your island. Share your ideas. Don't be shy and hold back, because without you, there can't be change in the world. If you don't share your ideas, if you don't let your voice be heard, nothing can change. So don't be shy. Take a chance. Step out of your comfort zone and represent.
A message I have is definitely don't fall under peer pressure, because if your partner don't like that and you do, you should go, because in the future that could help you and you have more opportunities. So if you really want to do that, you should, and don't fall into peer pressure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say only for going to exchange, but in general, don't be shy. Don't gatekeep your ideas. That's one. Let people know what you think, because we have the idea on the islands that the older generation doesn't listen, or we're not being heard. But during this conference or exchange, I did feel that some people do care. You need to choose the people that cares to speak with them and let them decide what they are gonna do about it.
Let's talk about the role of UNICEF. How has the role of UNICEF helped in facilitating this exchange and contributed to the overall experience of the exchange?
I think, of course, as UNICEF, we've organized and facilitated this event, because meaningful youth participation is a very important part of UNICEF. Because of course we're working in several areas, but you need to listen to the youth, what they want, what they need, and then really also do something with it. That's the meaningful part of the youth participation. So we've already done several different activities on your islands, but we thought it would be great to also bring you together to have that exchange, to see what you're experiencing, so that you can share that you can build a network, that you get to know new people. So, and that was one of our goals, and I think hearing from all of you what you've now shared, I think our goals were met with this event, and I'm really hopeful that we can do it again in the future.
For me, I think we have this term that we call clout. And so I think what UNICEF adds to the voices of young people, whether it's in the BES Island or anywhere else, it's a recognized body that gives clout. It gives a little more weight. So when you're doing your advocacy, when you're organizing your groups, when you're participating in things like this, it is not seen as something that is just doing to fill time or space. You're doing it with substance behind it. And so you have, I think, like Ramso said, people who genuinely care and are dedicated to supporting your empowerment in spaces like this, and to go back to your island and to be able to just make it mushroom. You have 6 young people representing each island here, but when you go back, we want to see that multiply. We want to see a year from now that we can find 16, and then maybe we can find 30, and then eventually we see young people participating in different ways, not just in forums like this, but in arts and in sports, in different ways, find a way to express themselves and empower them, their voices.
To wrap this up, what are your hopes for the future? What are your hopes for the future of young collaboration and development in the BES Islands after this exchange?
All right, so my hope, one, I want to see a proper representation. So I want to see young people from across the scope. I want to see young men. I want to see young women. I want to see those who are teens. I want to see young adults. And a special call to the young men. Because I think it was Meliffany who said that, if you partner think that it is not cool, then you don't have to succumb to the peer pressure, because this is one of those ways that you really need to occupy meaningful space. And then I'm hoping that part of the outcome from this is that the networking, that part is within your court. That is not necessary for us to sustain. We don't sustain any of your other WhatsApp group chats. So this community that you form, this is within your control, and this is now up to you with support from your leaders, from your mentors, and also from us, but it is really yours to carry. So that's my hope, that it doesn't fall, and wherever you have control, you maintain it.
Yes, I fully agree with Lenworth, and also my hope for the future was something that you just mentioned, that you felt that your voice was really heard here, and that you found a space where people really cared and really listened. So my hope for the future is that you'll find more of these spaces, where your voice is being heard, where you have the opportunity to share your opinion, where you can be the change maker, where you can have that influence. And I'm also really hoping that this group will stay connected, that you'll continue to inspire each other, that you continue to exchange, that you continue to listen to one another.
We have concluded today's podcast. Thank you to our participants from Bonaire and Sint Eustatius for sharing your insightful experiences, and thank you to the representatives from UNICEF for making this valuable exchange possible. This has been a special edition of the Saba Youth Council podcast. Stay tuned for more Voices of the Youth. Mwah.